we learned tonight that police believe that Chrisman murdered a woman on that street less than 3 hours after he escaped from the prison, the jail rather, and now that search has become desperate, stretching across all of western Pennsylvania. Now, Chrisman was a trustee at the Armstrong County Jail, meaning he was allowed to do certain jobs at the jail. During one of those today, close to 6:30 a.m., investigators say he walked off. They believe he went straight to Tammy Long's house on Rayburn Road, and police there believe that they knew Chrisman at that residence. They don't think he knew that he was an escapee, but they invited him in as an acquaintance. By 9 o'clock in the morning, Long had been killed, found in the afternoon when her boyfriend returned home from work. They believe Chrisman stole weapons in a truck from Long's home. Police have been searching everywhere for him and that truck, said to be a maroon Chevy Silverado, license plate ZDB5831. It also has a Union Carpenter sticker on the back. Now, the desperate manhunt even stretched to Pittsburgh at a gas station in Homewood, but those tips turned out to be unfounded. Now, we are told that he was in jail for a probation violation on a drug charge, nothing violent, but police do say now that he should be considered armed and dangerous and extremely violent. Reporting live in Armstrong County, Bob Hazen, Pittsburgh's Action News 4.
Yeah, and Bob, and here's where some of the pieces of the puzzle kind of make you wonder what's going on here. Police say Robert Chrisman had been in the Armstrong County Jail for just less than a week before he made his escape. A self-proclaimed heroin addict with a history of crime, though none of it violent.
Pittsburgh's Action News 4 reporter Kelly Brennan picks up our team coverage from there. With a closer look at the man police are now calling a killer.
Late this afternoon, Robert Chrisman was named a homicide suspect, and that news was very shocking for two people that I spoke to tonight here at the crime scene, both Chrisman's former employer and also his aunt. They tell me the Robert Chrisman they know is not capable of homicide. Robert Chrisman is 38 years old and was being held at the Armstrong County Jail on a probation violation for drugs. His former boss, Barry Kreutzer, says Chrisman told him about his heroin addiction 4 months ago.
He was just really quiet. He was a good worker, and he told me he had to quit because he had a drug problem, and that was the last I saw him. He wrote me a letter and said that he was going to quit because he couldn't do it.
He says Chrisman was a passive guy and never talked about anyone in his life. Authorities say Chrisman knew Tammy Long, whom he is suspected of killing, but Kreutzer says he never heard Chrisman mention her or anyone else.
I mean, I spent a lot of time with this guy. It doesn't make sense to me. It's not the same guy I knew. I wouldn't think him capable.
Chrisman did maintenance and yard work at Kreutzer's horse trader business. He doesn't have a violent criminal past.
This is very uncharacteristic, although if it's tied into his drug use and his need for drugs, that could explain why he did what he did.
With Chrisman still on the run, Kreutzer says he came to this very homicide scene because he wanted state police to have the opportunity to search some storage property that he owns nearby. He says that Chrisman is very familiar with that property. Reporting in Rayburn Township, Armstrong County tonight, I'm Kelly Brennan, Pittsburgh's Action News 4.
And of course